So you mentioned the term techco as opposed to telco, if I heard it correctly. Um, to confirm, did that or does that term refer to the approach to how to build the network?
Yes and no. So it goes in many directions, but just to summarize the concept, we want to move away from treating the software coming from the vendor as a black box into a white box approach. So we want to be in control of the software that we receive and also do the integration. So one of the key things that we do within my organization is, if you take a traditional telco, how we orchestrate changes into the network, we do it outbound of Kubernetes. So we bring proprietary tools outside the Kubernetes layer to deploy and lifecycle the network functions and the core. Again, I'm talking within the context of the 5G core or within the cloud native landscape. And what we're aiming to do within Swisscom is to bring this into Kubernetes in band. So some of the tooling that we use from the CNCF and some we need to implement by ourselves, means we need to treat them as white boxes and understand the code, how it's done, how things are configured. So it's mainly having this mindset of doing this bottom-up approach, community-driven, and also having this mindset of treating the software as code, and also bring them into this Kubernetes in-band nature. Yeah, and maybe just to complete the picture, open source is a key part of the journey becoming a techco. We have started adapting like this cloud-native technologies, like as I mentioned, Kubernetes, the Prometheus, the Helm, and we also establish clear free and open source guidelines within the company, and in order to ensure the compliance and best practices. Yeah, and we have open source few tools now or contribute to the community within the organization. Maybe we can cover later. And maybe the most important part is we also have within Swisscom, we also have this vision of being innovators of trust. You might see that when you search Swisscom, etc., where we believe the industry transformation it isn't about like competing, but also cooperating with others. So we have this mindset of contributing to the community.
That is amazing to hear. Just going back a little bit to our earlier conversation about the 5 9s, is that requirement still there, or this whole, let's say, mindset shift is also changing some of the requirements or how they are interpreted or met?
So we do define SLOs for services, but that's only on the service layer. So when I say service, it let's put it this way. One example would be a user would like to use the internet. So that's a service or like a user journey. There we need to have this reliability aspect of X amount of nines. Underneath you have resources, right? These network functions, and we want to build this infrastructure so it can fail and recover faster. And this is where the biggest value of Kubernetes come into play, and also how we lifecycle the network core. Because if something fails, it should be recovered easily, and if you have the right redundancy, we don't have to fix it the next day, or we don't need to fix it overnight. We can wait till the next day, and where the network is available throughout the night time, etc. So that's the mindset, rather than like being afraid to touch the network, right? So you do something and let's not touch it for the next 20 years, right? We want to embrace failure and making sure that these things recover very fast.
Right, because what you're saying is that that service level agreement is actually enforced and is still in play, even
Yeah,
though you're failing fast underneath because you've got the redundancy, because you've got the systems in place that Kubernetes and that set of tools and in containerization and orchestration of those containers.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, this whole reliability aspect is like something that Swisscom has taken very seriously. We have this concept of service reliability procedure. So it's not only we are applying this on the 5G infrastructure; it's also going into the 4G network functions, etc. Because a service going into the internet is the same service. Underneath, the user doesn't care if you use like the 4G infrastructure or the 5G. Obviously, you need the speeds and etc. But from a reliable point of view.